So how did you first hear about Callum, or you met him first? How did you get introduced to him?
The funny thing is, I told him the first time I've ever seen Cal, a picture of Cal, someone sent a picture to my wife, a girlfriend of hers, and said, "Hey, look at this guy, he's hot." And she showed me, right? And I was like, "Who's this doofus?" You know what I mean? I was like, I had no idea who he was, didn't know his name or anything. I think after that it was in Gold's gym, and he seemed like a nice guy, but I was like, whatever. I keep to myself a lot, so I was like, "Cool, nice to meet you." And that was pretty much it, right?
What was your first impression of him when you first started talking to him?
Very nice guy, didn't have an ego, just seemed like a very happy person, you know what I mean, always positive and stuff, so he's really excited every time I saw him too. He's like, really smiling all the time and stuff. I'm the kind of person though, I have a lot of people I know, very few like very close friends, and it's people that that got your back always and your best interests and want you to succeed in life and stuff like that. And when I met Cal and I started to get to know him a lot more, I realized he was one of these kind of people. And for some reason, we just started training together. We just kind of clicked right away, even with our personalities. Just the little jokes in the gym, and or times like when we don't speak at all in the gym, like we just got our music on, and I could just point to him and stuff, and I'll be like, more weight, and so he just gets it. He just gets me. He gets my humor. He gets all that kind of stuff. And then I think we started hanging outside the gym a little bit. We got along outside the gym as well. He's just a good guy, all around good person.
What do you think about his physique?
He's something very special, and it doesn't come around very often. Someone like Cal, with the physique he has, and especially with the attitude he has and everything. And I think he can go, very, very far with it. Just a good-looking physique, and guys like it, girls like it. Everybody look at him, and they're just like, that's what people want to look like. That's what someone's supposed to look like, that trains. That's the ideal physique, I think.
Now, we met a lot of bodybuilders, and Callum seems different because he kind of lives a life a little bit differently. He seems like he eats whatever he wants. Do you think genetics play into it?
Of course, he's got great genetics, obviously, because not many people can get away with eating whatever they want and looking the way Cal looks. Because it's not about just getting muscle, but the guy is always in shape. I never seen him once out of shape. He doesn't eat bad all the time, but every day he's eating something, some junk, some every day, right? And no cardio, and he's not. I don't want to say not a serious guy, but has fun in everything he does. But he's always having fun and always makes the gym fun and stuff like that. And I think I'm here just to help him, to push him that a little bit further. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he needs it, but I like to see what he's capable of.
Now, Callum became very popular on social media. That became his thing. He has a lot of followers. Now, what do you think makes him popular? Why do you think people follow him and care about what he's doing in life?
With Cal, it happened very fast too, very, very fast. Because I think when he first came here, he wasn't really known that well, like maybe 2 years ago, and all of a sudden just blew up. And I think he has a great body, but you know what? There are other guys that have just as great a body as Cal too. There is people out there. But I think it's more the personality. You know what I mean? The guy has no ego. He's nice to everybody. He's always happy. You never see him say a bad word about anybody, unless they ask for it. I think it's more the attitude a lot of times, and the life he lives, the way he lives his life. And people look at it and they go, man, that's just the life everybody wants to live, Going to the beach and, going to the gym, and then just happy and just living life to the fullest,
Have you heard about the Arnold Schwarzenegger comparison people make about him all the time?
I watched some old stuff of Arnold, and I could see the same thing too. You could see it, even the attitude in some ways. They're not super serious. They know when to let loose and enjoy life, And I think bodybuilding, a lot of times is, a lot of people will cut their life off and just bodybuilding, and that's all their life is, bodybuilding. And I've done that before in my life. But even hanging around Cal a bit, I've learned that I need to enjoy life as well, not just the bodybuilding, And I think that I look better when I do that stuff. I'm less stressed about the bodybuilding, there needs to be more to your life than just going to the gym every day, But I can tell you one thing about Cal. I know that even if he wasn't the name he's made for himself, he'd still be in the gym doing the exact same thing. He'd still be out doing everything the same.
He was already a professional bodybuilder in Australia. Now he has to go through NPC again to potentially become professional here. And he wants to take it seriously now to compete again. What do you think about that move?
I mean, I think the classic division is a great idea. Because it's the more, I mean, I love the 70s and look, and you know, the look of guys back then, small waist and, you know, just a good looking physique. And he has that, and I think he should stick with it. Because, you know, the professional bodybuilding, sometimes guys have to get so big, and sometimes it's not the most pleasing to look at sometimes for some guys, you know. And I think this suits him perfectly. And I really think that this is going to be a good move for him. I think he's going to win. I think he's going to turn pro this year. And I already told him, and I've told many people, so he has to do it. I think he's going to win the Olympia.
Do you think he will be able to actually go open division?
He would, but you know what? I think this just the level, the way the guys have gotten these days. I think everybody would look at it and say, "Wow, that's an amazing physique." But these days, you see some of the guys that win professional shows now. And he's kind of tall. He would have to add so much more weight. I mean, there's nothing wrong getting a little bigger, but I don't think he should get that much bigger, because his body is meant the way it looks. I think it's just a good look. And for him to compete in, you know, open bodybuilding, he'd have to put on a nice bit of weight.
Now, Callum also told me that basically he goes to different manager meetings, and they tell him that he might be too big to be in Hollywood or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Do you think he should go down in size, or do you think he should continue on the path of bodybuilding?
Obviously, it's up to him. But I think I know Cal pretty well, and I don't think he will do it, because he's a bodybuilder. He likes to be big. You know, that's every day. But you know, I think if he got a good opportunity, so he could lose a little bit of weight, but then go back up again later. The one thing I don't like about the way, like say, you know, movies, there's no big guys anymore in movies. There's no Arnold. There's no Sylvester Stallone. There's no where's all the muscle guys? Like, so. Why was it okay in the 80s and 90s, and now everybody's like small, skinny, you know? And I think he could be the next guy to bring it back, you know what I mean? When you look at superheroes, when you look at, you know, toys for kids and stuff, like He-Man and stuff like that, they're all big and muscular. That's all what kids wanted when they were younger, and I think they should bring that back. And that's why I got into bodybuilding.
What do you think about bodybuilding industry in general?
I see sometimes some of the physiques I see that winning, I cannot agree with, because I think it's not always about being the biggest and the most shredded. It's got to look good on top of that, right? Because, you know, a lot of guys can be huge, and I've gotten beaten by guys that were way bigger than me and stuff, and I'll take my placing, whatever, but like I just feel like it's the guy that looks the best. You know what I mean? What everybody would want to look like. That's Mr. Olympia, Mr. Universe, all that. It's just the best, you know, looking guy. They're getting so big that I think it's not symmetrical like it used to be.